Hello and welcome to the Met Office 10-day trend. A taste of spring in store over the next few days and a taste of winter and then later a taste of autumn. High pressure at first, that means that there'll be plenty of bright sunshine, spring-like warmth in that sunshine, but winter-like chill overnight with some harsh frosts. Then into next week, well, it might feel more like autumn because low pressure will be in charge and that will bring a return to wet and windy weather. It's a messy transition from high pressure to low pressure, however. This is the high pressure in charge on Friday, and it's a very sturdy high pressure. In fact, it's blocking weather systems from arriving from the west. It's blocking the jet stream. You can see the jet stream trying to push in from the west, but then it deviates. Now, during the weekend, the jet stream will make multiple attempts to push weather systems in from the west, but as they come up against that high, these weather fronts will just disappear. They'll vanish until that is the start of next week, when you can see a core of much stronger winds associated with that jet stream, and that's likely to make a much more definitive progress across the UK, bringing a return to wind and rain. We go from blocked weather to much more changeable weather for next week. But that's not to say we won't get some rain over the next few days. There'll be a few showers in the southeast as we start off Thursday, and then further showers into southern Scotland, northern England associated with this cold front, even some hill snow. Not a great deal, however, it's generally a weakening weather front. What it is bringing is brighter conditions for Scotland and northern England later Thursday. A return to sunshine for these North Sea coasts where we've seen a lot of low cloud. We keep cloudy skies further south, however, with temperatures generally lower in the south compared to the last few days, and they're turning even lower heading into the weekend. You can see these blues returning across much of the UK. It might look like winter on the weather chart here, but actually, with high pressure building in, we're going to see plenty more sunshine and light winds. And on the whole, I think by day, that means it's going to feel very pleasant, especially on that North Sea coast where it's been grey and dreary recently. But we'll feel the winter at night. It will be a return to overnight widespread frosts. And that's certainly the case on Friday morning, with temperatures in towns and cities -1, -2 Celsius. In the countryside, a good deal colder than that, and -10 possible across parts of sheltered Scotland. By the afternoon, those temperatures are recovering because there will be some decent sunny spells. And like I say, at this time of year, the sun has some warmth in it finally. And we've lost that low cloud along the east coast. There will be some cloud around, but generally it's high-based, it's cumulus, stratocumulus, fair weather kind of cloud, and it's not going to give us a great deal of rainfall or anything like that. So a fine day to come on Friday, but a chill in the air, and a particular chill in the air Saturday morning, that widespread frost returning. Even colder, I think, across parts of England and Wales, but Scotland and Northern Ireland not quite as cold. And actually here, there will be some cloud pushing in ahead of this weather front. Now, this is pushing in from the west during Saturday. It's likely to give thicker cloud and some rain into Northern Ireland and western Scotland. It's coming up against the cold air. You wouldn't rule out some hill snow ahead of this, but it's going to be a very weak weather front because it's running into high pressure. It's weakening all the while. And the main difference that it will cause is that it will be cloudier in the west and there'll be some rain in Northern Ireland and western Scotland. Otherwise, it's a dry, bright and plenty of sunshine across much of England and Wales, eastern Scotland as well. And temperatures continue to be on the low side, a little bit below for the time of year. Fast forward to Sunday, and a similar sort of thing. A bright, frosty start for many, but in the west there'll be thicker cloud, and for Scotland and Northern Ireland, generally a cloudier day to come with outbreaks of mainly, again, light rain. Perhaps some heavier rain coming along in the far southwest by the end of the afternoon. But for much of the country, it's largely dry, and that's the theme this weekend. It's going to be dry and bright for most. There will be those overnight frosts, moderate to severe in places, and then in some places, mainly the northwest and then parts of the southwest later, some cloud and rain. Talking of contrasts, well, there is a significant contrast over the next few days between cold air across North America, much warmer air further south, and that often drives a powerful jet stream. And here's the core of that jet stream, this intense core starting to travel its way eastwards across the Atlantic, and when that happens, it picks up and deepens areas of low pressure and sends them our way. And it's this core here that will essentially break the seal. It will lead to an unblocked weather situation across the UK, with low pressure finally allowed to arrive from the west. but it is a messy transition like I mentioned, and this sums it up quite well. This shows the predominant weather patterns over the next 15 days. The date is along the bottom there, and the colours essentially represent different weather patterns, but as a broad rule of thumb, the more blue these colours are, the more the jet stream is in charge of our weather, the more changeable, wet and windy it is. The more red, the more blocked it is. So high pressure at first, certainly dominating our weather heading into the weekend. Then from Tuesday, you can see these strong blue colours, and that means low pressure, high confidence for that low pressure to dominate the weather. But it's in between when it becomes a bit uncertain how quickly we go from high to low. Here's the high pressure settled over the UK into the weekend. Then we swap to low pressure by around Monday, Tuesday next week, bringing much wetter, much windier, some really strong wind potentially into next week, but too early to give details on that. Either way, low pressure after low pressure expected through next week. Rain followed by showers, followed by rain. Temperatures around average. Could be some hill snow at times over northern hills, but on the whole, well, you could say it's a return to autumn-like weather, but actually this is the kind of weather we often get around middle of March. It's turning much more unsettled. For the day-to-day detail, follow us on social media. Bye-bye.